सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रव संयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमः ऋषिभ्यो नमः मुनिभ्यो नमः गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः महाविष्णवे नमः ब्रह्मणे नमः सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नमः नारदाय नमः वेदव्यासाय नमः शुकब्रह्मर्षये नमः सूतमहामुने नमः शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो नमः त्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो नमः प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो नमः आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओम मत्स्यादि नमः दुर्गालक्ष्मी सरस्वती स्वरूपण्यै नमः। ओम आदिशंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ त्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः। Chant from verse number 10. ओम तद अवध्यानमिस्रस्त पुण्यस्कन्धस्य भूरिदा अर्थोऽप्यगच्छत् निधनं बहु आयास परिश्रमः ज्ञातयो जगृहुः किञ्चिदस्य बौद्धवा दैवतः कालतः किञ्चित् ब्रह्मबन्धो नृपार्थिवात् स एवं द्रविणे नष्टे धर्मकामविवर्जितः उपेक्षितश्च स्वजनैः चिन्ताम् आपदुरत्ययाम् तस्यैवं ध्यायतो दीर्घं नष्टरायस्तपस्विनः खिद्यतो बाष्पकण्ठस्य निर्वेदः सुमहानभूत सचाहेदमहो कष्टं वृथात्मा मेनुतापितः न धर्माय न कामाय यस्यार्थायास ईदृशः प्रायेणार्थाः कदर्याणां न सुखाय कदाचन इह चात्मोपतापाय मृतस्य नरकाय च यशो यशस्विनां शुद्धं श्लाघ्याये गुणिनां गुणाः लोभः स्वल्पोऽपि तान् हन्ति चित्रो रूपमिवेप्सितम् अर्थस्य साधने सिद्धे उत्कर्षे रक्षणे व्यये नाशोपभोग आयासः त्रासश्चिन्ता भ्रमो नृणां स्तेयं हिंसा अनृतं दम्भः कामः क्रोधः स्मयो मदः भेदो वैरम् अविश्वासः संस्पर्धा व्यसनानि च एते पंचदशानर्थाः ह्यर्थमूला मता नृणां तस्माद् अनर्थम् अर्थाख्यं श्रेयोर्थी दूरतस्त्यजेत भिद्यन्ते भ्रातरो दाराः पितरः सुहृदस्तथा एका स्निग्धाः काकिणिना सद्यः सर्वे अरयः कृताः अर्थेनाल्पेयसाह्येते संरब्धाः दीप्तमन्यवः त्यजन्त्याशु स्पृथो घ्नन्ति सहसोत्सृज्य सौहृदं लब्ध्वा जन्मामरप्रार्थ्यं मानुष्यं तत् द्विजाग्र्यतां तत् अनादृत्य ये स्वार्थं घ्नन्ति यान्त्यशुभां गतिं स्वर्गापवर्गयोर्द्वारं प्राप्य लोकमिमं पुमान् द्रविणे कोऽनुषज्येत मर्त्योऽनर्थस्य धावनि देवर्षि पितृभूतानि ज्ञातीन् बन्धूंश्च भागिनः असंविभज्य चात्मानं यक्षवित्तः पतत्यधः व्यर्थयार्थे हयावित्तं प्रमत्तस्य वयोबलं कुशलायेन सिद्ध्यन्ति जरटः किन्नु साधये कस्मात् संक्लिश्यते विद्वान् व्यर्थयार्थे हया सकृद् कस्यचित् मायया नूनं लोकोऽयं सुविमोहितः किं धनैर्धनदैर्वा किं कामैर्वा कामदैरुता मृत्युना ग्रस्यमानस्य कर्मभिर्वोत जन्मदैः नूनं मे भगवान् तुष्टः सर्वदेवमयो हरिः येन नीतो दशाम् एताम् निर्वेदश्चात्मनः प्लवः सोऽहं कालावशेषेण शोषयिष्येऽङ्गमात्मनः अप्रमत्तोऽखिलस्वार्थे यदि स्यात् सिद्ध आत्मनि तत्र माम् अनुमोदेरन् देवास्त्रिभुवनेश्वराः मुहूर्तेन ब्रह्मलोकं खट्वाङ्गः समसाधयतु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्यन्यथः अतः सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चितकरेचिद। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। ॐ अथ त्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Let us salute the Lord Krishna at his feet. Let us salute Bhagavan Vyasa, who has given all this Purana literature. Let us salute the feet of Suta Mahamuni, who spread this Bhagavata, the Purana, to the entire further generations. Let us salute at the feet of Shukadeva Bhagavan, who is the main Vakta Guru Acharya for this Bhagavat Mahapuranam. Let us also salute all the Rishamuni Gurudevata Parampara, who brought all the Sanatana Shastras, giver of the Mukti up to our level. And also, let us salute all the glorious characters, Bhaktas, Jignasus, Jnanis, Dharmikas, Sevakas, Sadhakas, Shishyas of the entire Bhagavat Purana. And right from Matsyada Avatara, all 24 avatars of Bhagavan, which have come in Bhagavat Mahapurana, let us salute them. And from each one of them, let us invoke the special blessings so that in this very life, we become so pure in our antakarana, so subtle and deep in our thinking, that we are able to pierce through all the layers of misunderstanding and clearly comprehend understanding the truth intellectually. Thereafter, we also should have all the ability, stamina to do sadhana, so that we really discover the self which is to be experienced. Now, what is the essence so far taught by Lord Krishna in this Bhikshu Gita? And what is the so far summary of the Ganam or Gita of the Bhikshu is this much. Ki, as I am living a life here on this horizon earth, it is not I am living all alone, and nor I am living my life only depending on me. At the grass outset level, there are so many things and beings around are supporting my existence. Not only the seen, but the unseen also are the very many subtle forces that are working very silently in my own sustenance, in my own happiness, in my own progress, in my own life. Discover that. And then throughout life, being aware of all these subtle forces which are helping me, which are unseen, and the people who are around me, which are helping me, who are helping me, knowing their help, along with that pure attitude of gratitude, with whatever we do, with whatever we gain, we must and should contribute to them in turn. If that contribution is not done, and also, even if when they are needed or asking, we are not giving, and also, if we are forget about giving, we only are taking from them, that also with all the crimes and criminality, we have not understood the way of life to be lived, and we have committed all the crimes. Therefore, what will happen? They take away everything from us also, and then they will never come to our help or rescue. then we are left all alone in this desert of our life. Therefore, you can never be selfish in this world. And who are the people who help us in the world around are all these. Our great grandfathers, our parents, our brothers, sisters, family members, friends, every one of them, including all the jivas around also. They're all contributing. Therefore, it's our duty to recognize their contribution and reciprocate consciously so that they are in a good mood to help us take care of us. लेन देन का होता है मनुष्य जीवन. So too, beyond the unseen are the Pitu Devasa, the Devatas, and the Rishi Parampara. Rishis right from the beginning of creation, Rishis who brought us all the literature, Rishis in the form of our Gurus who taught us, and also the Rishi Muni saints who are silently sitting at the banks of Ganges and praying for welfare of all of us. Therefore, we must clear the Rishi Runa, we must clear the Devata Runa, we must also clear the Vitru Runa, we must also clear the Bhuta Runa, we must definitely clear the Manushya Runa. Along with clearing the runas, we must create, contribute, produce the things so much that we are able to give them extra in excess. That is called as punyam. Forgetting our punyam, not even we are giving them the due thing, then they won't like. Remember, therefore, these devatas, these pitu devatas, these manushas around are all not realized saints and sages. They also depend on our giving to them, and they give us, and we are sustaining. Therefore, if we don't give to them, they become angry. Because if nobody gives them like that, taking us as an example, then their sustenance becomes impossible. The rule in this world, as set by the Lord, is what? He has made human beings, He has made devatas, Pitu Devata. He said, you take them, care of them by empowering them with wisdom, with other powers. And the Manushas are told by the Lord that you take care of them by offering the Tarpanas to the Pitu Devatas, that's called Sadhakaram, and offer the Swahakara to the Devatas in the Yajna Agadi, and Savarpayami in the Upasana. Devan Bhavayata Nena, Te Deva Bhavayantvaha, Parasparam Bhavayanta Shreya Paramapsatha. You, by mutually cherishing each other, live a noble, good life. That's what Devatas, Pitu Devatas, human beings are connected. Knowing or unknowing, if you don't take care of them, then that's what he said in the mantra number. What is that? Tasyevam yakshavittasya chutasya ubhayalogadaha dharma kama vihinasya panchabhaginah chukruduhu. Bhagavan Krishna is himself telling that all the panchabhagins who are supposed to get their share from us because we have not given them, or this Brahmana has not given, they became angry. When they became angry, then they cursed, or they found such means, or they prompted the people in such a way that in the form of friends, in the form of same relatives whom we were owing and did not give them, even in the form of the government, even the thieves and bad dacoits and bandicoots, all of them came and took away everything. See the connection there? If we are willingly giving to them, then after giving them whatever remains, that was with always with us, and pleased by our offering to them, they would have filled us with, replenished us with more and more. Instead of that, he did not give them anything. Therefore, they not only took their own share, but they took away everything from him. Not only the wealth aspect has been taken care, when he was in all sorts of troubles, problems, none of them came to his help or rescue. Now, which are the schools, colleges they are teaching us? You understand? Like Bhagavan Krishna taught. See, the Govardhana Parvata is taking care of us. Therefore, let us do the puja. See, the mountain, the rivers, though they look to be insentient and inanimate, they are also serving us. So have the attitude of protection and respect towards them. And the unseen Devata Shaktis are there very much. So to this Brahmana, that's what happened. Every wealth is looted away by them. And he was in all sorts of trouble, including nothing to eat, etc. They did not have paid any concern to him. They have not given any attention to him. Then he himself might have gone there asking, Ye do, unhone unko bhaga diya. That is the meaning. Dravide nashte, then upekshitaha swajanaihi. All the wealth is gone, and the swajanas themselves have discarded him. Now, what this story should tell us? If at all we don't have sufficient wealth for our sustenance, and also we don't have people around to take care of us or show their concern for us at dire situations or difficulty, that means what? We made them angry. by not giving their due share. And the share of wealth, share of service, share of love, share of concern, all these we have to go on giving to the world. ये प्रिंसिपल इतना स्ट्रांगली हमारे मन में होना है, कभी जिंदगी में नहीं भूलना. दैट्स व्हाट yesterday day before we have discussed exhaustively, came to one conclusion, that we must be the givers all the time, more givers than the receivers. Keeping all these stories, all these happenings in mind only, Puja Gurudev has given us in the pleasure, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. Just follow those masters' guidances without much of the knowledge required. We would have done all our punya, thus devatas, pitu devatas, all of them are happy, then they shower their grace. This is the important two things we have. First is what? We'll make them angry, they loot away everything. Not only that, they leave us just lonely. On the other hand, we are conscious and give things, give, we are also taken care. Okay, but luckily to this Brahmana, though everybody took away everything and did not help him, he did not give up. Then he started contemplating. Then out of that heated contemplation, because a Brahmana is naturally thinker, could not think so far because of greed for money. He was thinking only how to earn the money, protect the money. Now all that's gone, he became available to himself. When he started contemplating, then all the wisdom, knowledge of Vairagya came towards in him, toward the Artha Purushartha. Then it's a huge subject. The Artha Purushartha ke prati unko vairagya hua, but Kama Purushartha anyway he had no, because he never used his Artha for the Kama. But the third most important were two things. One is Dharma Purushartha, of helping all of them. But again, this Janjat, remember, this is not said so conspicuously here, but we can take it out as the corollary understanding of it. Ki the Dharma Purushartha is also such one. कि when you give them, they give you. When you don't give them, they don't give you. हमेशा ऐसा रहता है. There means there's no independence at all. Then what is the way even to escape these obligations of receiving and giving and receiving is only the fourth Purushartha called as moksha, by knowing your own self. That's why Bhagavan himself deliberately toward the end said, भैया ये लौकिक जीवन में रहोगे तो तुमको धर्मादि भी करते रहना पड़ेगा, नहीं करोगे फिर आपको नुकसान होता है. फाइनली टू रीच द ट्रुथ यू हैव टू इवन डू सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य. Remember, he did not become again the earner of the wealth. He did not use the wealth for his kamana, nor he got identified with the people through the dharma relativity. He transcended all the three after his vairagya, that he only went for the moksha. Samajh mein man? That is what is a thing to be learned from this Bhikshu. That's why it has become an important portion of Bhagavad Purana. Not that he made friends with everyone and he again started doing business. Like in movies, all they show, they cheated everyone, thereafter they reconciled, they learned, then they made everybody friends, and then they lived a good life together. No. Again, वो भी एक संसार है, उसका कोई अंत नहीं होता. Today you have cheated them, therefore they took away from me. The other day, next day, somebody else will cheat you. It goes on in the samsaric jagat. Best is what? Get out of that only by knowing your own essential self. Ultimately, moksha purushartha ही हमें पार कराता है सारे possible बंधनों से. That's why यद गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते. What about the other three dharma artha kama? The more you get, the more you involve it, but there's end to them. Again, you have to start from scratch. Moksha purushartha is so difficult and tough, but by some of the efforts and grace, even if 1,000 lives, you get the Atma Anubhava. After that, there's no falling back. Therefore, aim at that. It is glorious, it is great, there's no samsara, it is giver of the infinite ananda and mukti, there's no coming back from it. Yes, it is difficult, but let me pursue that. Once that comes, and slowly, steadily, little by little, we keep on learning the knowledge about the tattva and how to gain it, how to do meditation, how to prepare for that, how to get rid of all these bondages, obligations, all these things slowly we learn from Guru, practice them, eject out of it, reach to yourself. So become Bhagavata finally, Bhakta. So that's what we saw. Tasyevam dhyayato dirgham nashraya tapasvinah khidyata bhashpakantasya. We explained yesterday, Nirvedaha Sumahana Bhuto. From every of the bitter experiences, instead of frustration, instead of anger, instead of the thought of revenge, instead of the suicidal thought, if one gets the Nirveda or the Vairagya, That bad experience has become blessing. Then he started thinking, very important. What is that? Sachahe maho kashtam vrutatma me anutavita. I unnecessarily wasted my entire life and troubled myself by doing what? Only earning the artha. No, that artha, did I enjoy it for my own comforts? No. Did I do any punya dharma karma? No. Did I use that to the people by my choice? No. Okay, I have not done all of that. Now, do I have wealth now with me? No. Why? Everybody took away. They were all the time is wasted, effort is wasted, the wealth is not there anymore with me. People became inimical to me. They took away all the wealth, and nobody is helping me now. How many ways he got lost? And what was he doing? Earning the money, not using for his bhoga, not using for his upasana or dharma, not even, to his own near and dear ones also, he has not given. This shows what, with what rules regulations the world runs. What are the rules regulations the Lord kept? You are human being. You have a lot of capacities. You have to work hard. You have to earn, and you spread and say, give it to all others. That way, together you are live. If not, the other rule that works is what? You are left with nothing. Everything is taken away by you, from you, for you to teach the lesson again. Then either learn this lesson of working hard, sharing with others, and live comfortably in this world and Swarga, or give up all these pursuits and go for moksha. This person, this Brahmana, chose the second one. All of us at least choose the first one. No more selfishness. Let us duly do our dharma of taking care of all of them and get that goodwill and blessings from them and cherishing each other mutually. At least in the samsara, let us be happy, comfortable, loving each other. अब तो मोक्ष का पुरुषार्थ नहीं है, आनंद मन में नहीं है, लोगों का प्रेम नहीं है, लोगों को प्रेम नहीं कर रहे हो, कुछ दे ना रहे हो. Who does all that thing? Only animals, only rakshasas. Animals at least sometimes they have concern for the animals. They at least अपने जात का ख्याल रखते हैं वो लोग. हम उससे भी बदतर हो जा रहे हैं, होना नहीं चाहिए. That is the example of this bhikshu so far. The lessons we have to learn from. Then he gave us something. What is that? Prayana artha kadaryanam na sukhaya kadachana iha chatma upatamaya mrutasya narakaya cha. See, arthaha, the wealths all earned prayana generally. Kadaryanam, those who take the wealth from others by doing all foul means of himsa, etc., and not sharing with others. That's called kadarya. For such people, their wealth will never give them any sukha. Yacha atmavutapaya. You have done the tapanam of your own self in earning all of that because you have not used it for the punya karma, and you have earned it only by wrong means. You are sent to only the naraka. And in fact, with a kadaryata, when you earn the wealth, by cheating others, by looting others, every morsel of food that is eaten will never be digested, will never give the satisfaction and contentment, will always, some way or the other, will poke us. My dear, this wealth is not earned honestly. Instead of giving energy, instead of giving the Shakti, I'm telling you very subtle point, that food eaten, which is bought by the money, which is wrongly looted from the people, will become cause of all the manasika klesha and dukkha, even all sharirika dukkha. See, I'm eating very well, all things are good, but still there is no energy. Why there are diseases coming to me? My dear, you are eating well, but how did you buy that eatables from this wealth? How did you earn that wealth? By foul means. That is the point. मतलब जिस जिस व्यक्ति को धोखा दे के हम पैसे लूटे उनसे, उनका जो आरती है, जो दुख है, वो हमको उस माध्यम से आकर हमको दुखी करता है. दिस मच ऑफ सेंसिटिविटी वी हैव टू हैव. This we'll have only when we go beyond the gross and understand that the world is run by the subtler forces. The gross world is only to facilitate the subtle, not that the gross is real, subtle is not at all there. It is wrong. सूक्ष्म को सहाय करने के लिए स्थूल है, ना कि स्थूल सत्य है. सूक्ष्म ही सत्य है. The subtle values, the subtle loves, the subtle dharmas that have to be followed, they are the ones which are full real life. Not the gross money gained and kept. कुछ भी हो जाए, किसी को धोखा दे, but I have a lot of wealth and with that all the amenities of buy. This is wrong. It's the other way around. You sell off all these things, give money to others. That is called subtlety. Such person only subtly feels happy inside, subtly gets the blessing from all the people, subtly is blessed by the devatas and the pitru devata, and he will go to the subtler and higher worlds for more deeper and subtler experiences of happiness. स्वर्गादि लोकों में ग्रास में क्या होगा? When we live at the gross level, all subtle things are anyway gone. Gross things are ephemeral. They're so very less in their sukha, and more than sukha, they give dukha only. याद रख लेना, उसको खत्म भी होते हैं, थोड़ा ही सुख देते हैं, अपने को लेजी बनाते हैं या स्लेव बनाते हैं, और उसके साथ दुख भी देते हैं. How many people have complained कि to sit on that chair, easy chair, I bought it. First day I sat on that, और उसका मेरा कमर ऐसा दर्द पकड़ लिया कि 10 दिन 15 दिन हो गए, I am not able to get relief from my back. रिलीफ इन द बैक. अच्छा खासा था वो, उस बिस्तर पे उस यू फोम बेड पे सोया, वो इतना पीछे का दर्द हो गया, अब वो सीधा हो ही नहीं रहा हो. You understand how the gross things trouble us when they are at the cost of subtle. तो सूक्ष्म वैल्यूज, सूक्ष्म इमोशन, सूक्ष्म विजडम्स, इज इट नॉट? सूक्ष्म ऑल द पॉजिटिव, उसके लिए हमें जीना है, नॉट स्थूल. Here, the realization of the bhikshu should be realization for all of us. He has not yet become bhikshu, he is almost started. What is that? Kadaryanam artaha ihacha atmopatapaya, after death mrutasya narakaya cha. See the wealth, artha earned by being a kadarya, himsalu. Kadarya I explained yesterday. To earn the money is only means for that any only goal. Any foul method is followed for that. Such person's wealth. Here the Atma Upatapa will come continuously, and मरने के बाद क्या होगा? नरकाय च. And today we will see in Ramayana Katha, Valmiki ji ka, after this, when Ravana goes to Yamaloka, he went to defeat Yam Dharmaraj, because today Naraji told him, अभी human being को क्यों मारते हो, उधर जाओ. They show us both. One side he sees all the naraka, where people are given all these dukkhas. Other side, the punyatmas who are given all the sukha. Please remember, there are jails in the world where the criminals are put. There are the places of palatial experiences people are put. Those who are doing great service, they are given the positive. Those who are troubling the people as criminals, they are put. In the same way, beyond this world also, there are the narakas and swargas. Our papa and punya pushes us, takes us there. We cannot be escaping them. Once we have committed papa punya, जाना ही पड़ता है. इसको जितना आप समझ लेवें और अनुसार उसके अनुसार अपने आप को बदल कर एक धार्मिक सच्चे जीवन जिए, उतना हमारे लिए भला है. No, this Brahmana has cheated, looted everybody and not given. Okay. But it's another thing also. You are not cheating, looting anyone. But you are not working also. Just depending on the people for sustenance. That also is sort of, what do you say, the papa. That also sort of not fulfilling your duty. That is also incurring all the debts. So. है कि नहीं? कोई बंदा किसी को चीट नहीं किया, लेकिन उनसे कुछ लिया है, वापस नहीं दिया, तो उसको भी अंदर करते हैं जेल में. Therefore, inevitably, we have only to give in this world. Come to that point. नहीं देना चाहते हो तो लेना भी बंद करो. That लेना बंद करो is give up all identity with the dehadi, become a sadhu sannyasi, go for the truth. You are in samsara, be a giver. It's all good. Okay. Then, see, very interesting. Yashaha yashasvinam shuddham shlaghya ye guninam gunaha lobah swalpopitan hanti svitro rupamiva ipsitam. The greed will destroy all the yasha, name and fame of the yashaswins, also all the great gunas of the guni. ये बड़े गुणवान है करके उनके गुण का और इतने महान काम किया करके उनका महिमा का यश गान गुणगान होता है. But when we invoke this negative quality of the lobha, then all that so far and good thing is gone. This world is very funny now. I feel like sharing so many things that are happening in the world. अब वो सबको तो मैं नहीं बताता हूँ, एक आध देखो, कुछ अच्छा काम करके, प्रदर्शन करके व्हेन वी बिकम फेमस, द मोर वी बिकम फेमस, द मोर पीपल एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम अस. When you don't give them what they expect, at least what duly to be given honestly, then all the name and fame becomes defame. उल्टा हो जाता है वो. जिन लोगों ने बैनर पोस्टर लगा के फूल मालाएं लगाए हैं, वही लोग टमाटर वगैरह फेंकेंगे उस फोटो पे. If you don't do what you are supposed to do, and remember, if not today, even after 500 years also people will know what you were earlier. Don't we know now? Great freedom fighters also, some of them. When you look into their history, some of them, you can see how they were succumbed to some inner outer negativity. Then instead of doing total good, they have done some bad also. How much are you hide? No, एक दिन तो हिस्ट्री बाहर आएगा ही, बचेंगे नहीं हम. अब एक बार आ गया तो then nowhere our photos or vigrahas are kept. Even if you have become so famous, I am saying. Here the lobha means what? Greedy. What are the greedy? I want alone everything. Money I only want. Facilities I only want. Love I only want. Service, help I only want. Bhoga I only want. I don't want to give. That's called as lobha. That one lobha guna, otherwise you may be talented, otherwise you may be contributor in various fields. Yet this one greed will cover all those good qualities. इसलिए लोभी का ऑपोजिट गुण है दाता. A greedy and a charitable. Be charitable only, not greedy. And it is a solution of all inner mind's problem and also our problem with the people around. एक ही बात. You will understand or not, it is God's grace on you and me. If you understand, it is, I tell you, janam janma ka punya ho gaya. Never become greedy to expect things from people. On the other hand, become a data to give a fix in the mind. फिक्स इतना रुथलेसली स्ट्रांगली उसको फिक्स करो कि मन या हमारे मूर्खता है, बेवकूफ़ी, जितना भी उसके खिलाफ बताएं उसको नहीं सुनना. व्हाट इज दैट? गिवर. आई एम ए गिवर, दैट्स इट. फिक्स हो जाओ. By chance, if somebody gives me by their own choice, enjoy it, that's different. But not even one thought of getting it. Whether it's from grandchildren, great grandchildren, their love and respect, from the children only, their concern for you, for the wife or husband also, their service, from the elders, their property or their blessings, even from anybody in the समाज, थोड़ा भी आज से हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेंगे. निकाल ही दो उस थॉट को. Then nobody dare trouble us in the world. Because what troubles us is disappointment from the world. Why do you get disappointed from the world? Because you expected something. All dukkha is because of disappointment. All disappointment because people have not fulfilled what you wanted. Why? Because you wanted. What is to be done? Remove the want. How to do that? Decide I am to give up. That is when the neki karo, कुएं में डालो. ये उसका बदला भी ना एक्सपेक्ट करना. That should become order of the life. Mind becomes peaceful with that. See, I expect respect from you, Mano. No, out of your goodness, wisdom you give me. But will my mind satisfy with that? It will expect more and more of that. It's like private company. वो लोगों ने जो टारगेट दिया, बेवकूफ लोग अगर अचीव करते हैं, मानो बेवकूफ, they will give double the target. That is frustrated. All these बेचारे सेल्स बच्चे लोग, वो जब तक सर्विस में रहते हैं, they are never happy. They cannot be. This is Swamiji, they gave me the target and I worked and I reached that. No, I thought they'll be happy. They gave double target now. अब उसको पीछे पड़ना पड़ेगा. In the same way, when you give me love and respect, I will not be satisfied with. I want it to increase more and more. I want it to be repeated, and every time I want it. And you cannot give every time. Not that you don't want to, but you are in different mood, you are in different condition, your minds have changed. Then I say, कल तक मुझे प्यार कर रहे थे, आज नहीं कर रहे. ये थॉट क्यों आता है? क्योंकि कल हमने एक्सपेक्ट किया, मिला, आज एक्सपेक्ट किया, नहीं मिला. दोनों में कॉमन क्या है? मिलना या नहीं मिलना नहीं, एक्सपेक्टेशन. On the other hand, I say, whatever you are, I only pour all my love for you. Fixed. From your side, if you give, it is your goodness. That I have no thing to claim in that. ऐसा फिक्स हो जाओ. कोई है दुनिया में जो हमें दुखी कर सकते हैं? On the other hand, without contentment, only go on expecting. Even the God cannot make us happy. How important is this thought? And the discussion is another aspect of it is one. He is analyzing all the four Purusharthas. He has put all efforts to under Artha Purushartha, Artha not used for the Kama, not used for the Dharma. When you don't use for the Kama, it's okay. But if you don't use for the Dharma, then it will be taken away. नहीं तो क्या फायदा है उस wealth का? Taken away by everybody. And what about moksha? All the three are waste for the sake of moksha. तीनों को छोड़ना पड़ता है. He is making a loud sentence कि कदरियों का अर्न किया हुआ धन यहाँ ताप का कारण होएगा, मन का नरक का कारण हो जाएगा. I have learned this. This is already the BHIKSHU GEETHAM started. What is the song of contemplation, song of understanding, song of dispassion, detachment from the wealth, etc., is the first song. Second song will be more deeper, more higher. That's the song of contemplation. Very great it is. It will take 5-6 days for us to study from the verse 43 up to 60, those 16-17 slokas. Anyway, now kaha tak I am? Lobha swalpopitananti chitrarupamapsitam. Now he said this truth of the life which is so bitter, therefore none of us want to consume it. What is that? Arthasya sadhane siddhe utkarshe rakshane vyaye nashe upabhoge ayasah trasah chinta brahmaha. How much he might have made that contemplation of his own life's experiences and the people around, that he has come to such a pakka conclusion which is not found in such a comprehensive complete manner nowhere. इतना completely और कहीं नहीं दिखेगा. आप देखो, इसको जो समझाओ समझदार, नहीं समझा इज इन मोह. I'll not take much time to explain, only literal meaning. What is that? Artha ka, arthasya of the wealth. Sadhana in earning, siddhe after you want it, utkarshe when you have to develop it, rakshane when you have to protect it, veye when you have to spend it, nashe if it all gets destroyed, upabhoge when you have to use it for some consumption. In all these conditions of means what? Earning, protecting, developing, using, or even if it goes away for some other reasons. For in all these cases, what is there? Ayasah, trasah, chinta, brahmaha. Ayasa is tiredness, exhaustion, fatigueness. Trasa is continuous fear. Chinta is very anxiety. Brahma is you are lost only in thinking about these things. You never understand about the other three purusharthas. Artha is the lowest. You don't even spend time in kama. Many people keep on earning wealth. They don't even enjoy that wealth. That's called Brahma. Yesterday we explained it exhaustively. And धर्म तो करते ही नहीं है. अब मोक्ष के लिए तो सब विघ्न ही है, वो छोड़ेगा ही नहीं इन चीजों को. Not going for artha, kama, dharma and moksha. Even though one has got the wealth, is called as moha here. Last one, moha or brahma. Nrunam. ये विलक्षण भ्रम है. And in world today, पैसा 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 सब लोग उसी में. At the most, they are using it for kama. Some are the wise people who are using it for dharma. Very rare ones are there who said namaste to all of that and went for their moksha purushartha. We can be one of those rare ones. Remember, last 10-15 years, मैं तो ऐसे करूँगा बाबा, किसी को भीख मांग के भैया मैं कुछ जीने को दे खाना दो. Forget all dharma artha kama. Sit one place and go on doing your dhyana. Without experiencing that innermost self or truth, dying, at least trying, attempting for that. Dying is waste of this life. ऐसे शास्त्र, ऐसे सत्संग, ऐसे गुरु, पता नहीं कितने जन्म के बाद मिलेगा, क्योंकि इन बिटवीन कितने प्रारब्ध है हमको क्या पता। अब तो जिंदा है, अब तो मनुष्य है, अब तो अकल है, अब तो थोड़ा समय है, तुरंत तो मरने वाले नहीं है। अब जित वही दैट्स व्हाट ही विल से, वॉट एवर द लाइफ इज लेफ्ट फॉर मी, इफ एट ऑल आई यूज इट ओनली फॉर तपस्या, दैट्स व्हाट इज कंक्लूजन। Okay, there is ayasa, trasa, chinta, brahma. Understood? Ayasa, struggle. Trasa, bhaya. Chinta is very anxiety. Brahma is confusion. Where in the earning of the wealth, in the effort to earn the wealth, wealth earned, wealth protected, wealth saved, wealth rightly spent, wealth looted, wealth lost. इनमें आयस त्रास चिंता भय है. One point. Second one is what? If at all you have the artha wealth, it is the cause for the 15 these anarthas. 15 अनर्थों का एक धन ही कारण है. हाउ क्लियरली मस्ट हैव एनालाइज्ड, सी द एग्जांपल ऑफ अदर्स एंड ही गिव सच ए थीसिस टू अस. मैं तो कहता हूँ थैंक गॉड ऑफ ब्राह्मण, जो भी बेवकूफ लाइक तूने जिया हो, हमारे लिए तो इतना बढ़िया पाठ सिखाया. मैं आपको धन्यवाद कहता हूँ, आपके चरण में प्रणाम. तो क्या क्या है उसमें? वन इज वन, स्तेयम. Because we want to earn the wealth unduly in the adharmic way, then somehow or the other we cheat others, we loot others. That is called steyam. Means what? When the wealth is not there, when I want it not in a dharmic manner, in a shortcut manner, then it prompts me, tempts me to earn the wealth unrighteously. Any wealth unrighteously earned, whatever the sophisticated name you put it, but it is chori only. In the sense, with my own due effort, whatever I am expected to get, that alone is hard earned money. Little bit here and there extra, ye chori. Therefore, sadhane chori karata hai. No, the above things, arthasya sadhane siddhe, arthasya sadhane siddhe utkarshe, all of that with these anarthas, we have to join them. We have to contemplate. Like arthasya sadhane steyam, isn't it? Arthasya siddhe himsa. Then Ardhasya Utkarshe, the third one is called Anrutam. Arthasya Rakshane Dambaha. Then Arthasya Vyaye Kamaha. And then Arthasya Nashe Krodaha. Then Arthasya Bhoge Smayaha. This is how you have to connect those and these things. A thought complete ho jayega. So what are the 15 anarthas here? With the wealth it is there. First to steyam. Means if I have my mind on the wealth, then I go in a crooked manner to earn it. That is called chori karna. Second was himsa. Naturally, when I have stolen somebody's money, they are dukhi. Therefore, that dukkha is the himsa from my side to them. तो किसी के पॉकेट मारा हमने, तो ये तो चोरी हो ही गया, बट साथ में वो बंदा इतना दुखी हो गया कि नहीं, दैट इज कॉल्ड हिंसा हो गया. Be sensitive to this. We cannot cause that himsa to the people in any way. And the artha prompts me to do the himsa. Both. If I don't have the wealth and have a strong desire to earn the wealth, I do the himsa and take. Already I have the wealth, but I have greed for the wealth. Then I'll not give due thing to the people who deserve. That also is himsa. You know, all the big companies, when they have a lot of money, whatever they earn, if you don't share with the employees who work for, then they become dukhi. That is also himsa. आप भी अपने घर में सर्वेंट्स को प्रॉपरली पे नहीं कर रहे हो, दे बिकम दुखी. दैट्स कॉल्ड हिंसा. तो अर्थ कभी साधन में, कभी सिद्धि में, कभी व्यर्थ एक्सपेंड करने में. इन डिफरेंट केसेस आइदर ऑफ दिस 15 ऑफ द अनर्थास इट बिकम्स कॉज. कहाँ कौन सा अनर्थ है आप होमवर्क कर लो. मैच द फॉलोइंग. फर्स्ट थिंग इज अर्थ, राइट. साधना, सिद्धि, उत्कर्ष, व्यय, उपभोग, नाश, अर्थ का है सब. इधर साइड लिखो द 15 दी अनर्थास वन बाय वन. स्तेयम, हिंसा, अनृतम इत्यादि. अब मैच करो कौन से चीज के लिए कौन सा पाप अनर्थ ये धन हमसे करा रहा है. सम ऑफ देम यू कैन रिलेट. होमवर्क करो तो सब पता चल जाता है. सो एनीवे, द वैल्यू गिवन टू अर्थ पुरुषार्थ will have its power to make us do all these 15 types of papa or anartha, then that leads to so much of naraka or dukkha. 2, 3 we have already seen. One is what? Steyam, चोरी कराता है हमको. Second is हिंसा, हो गया. Third one अनृतम. देखो कितने लोग पैसे कमाने के लिए झूठ बोलते जाते, कमाने के लिए झूठ बोलते. ऑल द पीपल, ऑल मीन मेनी ऑफ देम हु सेल इट, बहुत बढ़िया क्वालिटी का आपके लिए ले आया हूं करके झूठ बोलकर वो चीज हमको देते हैं, एक्स्ट्रा पैसा लेते हैं. लाइक दैट अनृतम, झूठ बोलना. एंड जिसने ऑलरेडी पैसे कमाया उसको बचाने के लिए भी झूठ बोलेगा वो. ऑल दोस्त manipulations to evade the taxes duly to be paid taxes, they are called anrutam. देखो बड़ी बात है ये, मैं क्या आपको बताऊं, these things you know more than me. Even so called hundreds and thousands of charitable trusts that are there, thousands, they get all permissions, tax exemptions from government, but how much of that they are using correctly? बड़ा पाप है. हम कलयुग की धर्म, गवर्नमेंट पता भी नहीं कर सकते, कर भी लिया कर कुछ कर नहीं सकते. The world has become so bad now. If in this way, all those who are for the sake of wealth, doing chori, doing himsa, speaking untruth, if they are to be put in jail, there are no sufficient jails in the world. Therefore, the world itself is made as jail. That is why, with all the wealth in the pockets, banks, everybody is suffocated in their own life as if they are in the jail. And in my observation, may not be completely true, the present contemporary scenario of the India, ऐसा हालत हो गया लोगों का भाई, मेहनत करो, कमाओ, कितना कमाया दिखाओ, उसमें जो भी ज़्यादा है या चैरिटेबल को दे दो या सरकार को दो, which is so pinching. But this is how the world has to be. This is what the entire world will have to follow. If you want to avoid all that, earn minimum, live in minimum, go for your moksha purusharth. You can't hide the money, no black money allowed. You cannot hide the accounts, it has to be transparent. See, all these techniques of आधार कार्ड पहले बनाया, उसके बाद बैंकों में अकाउंट करवाए, उसके बाद सारे 2000 नोट या 1000 का 500 का नोट कैंसिल कराए, सारे बैंक में पैसे जब्त कराए, डिपॉजिट, उसके बाद पैन कार्ड बनवाया, इस सबको लिंक कराया. These are all very painful and bitter things for the person who has not understood. But the one who's really matured, he knows that this is how, when the population grows, the needs grow. How to protect the people from the greed. How, in spite of all differences, we should remain as one. These are all the things which we teach. which are taught by these policies. मेरे को तो कभी कभी ना ताज्जुब होता है अपने इकोनॉमिस्ट को देखकर कि क्या क्या कॉन्टेम्पलेट विचार करके ये नए नए रूल्स ला रहे हैं, जिससे कभी कभी इंडिविजुअल को नुकसान हो रहा है ऐसा लगता है, बट फॉर द होल टोटलिटी इट इज ए बेनिफिट. The one who's paying taxes, the one has got Aadhaar card, PAN card connected to the banks and ready to go through that pain of paying taxes. Other than that, how free bird he is. Totally free he is. I am paying 30% tax, never mind, but 70% is mine. Others, how much struggle they are. कब ACV राइड करेगा, कभी कहीं थोड़ा ज़्यादा पैसा हो गया कौन आके किसी को बताएगा, फिर पूरा इज्जत जाएगा, पैसा जब्त हो जाते हैं. देखो, what is studied here individually is seen in the total in today's world. Everywhere. Nobody is bad. Every day, if you those news are kept very corner में, you can see some or the other rich person के ऊपर रेडिंग होता है, ये पैसे जब्त होते हैं. अब क्या बताऊं मैं, सारांश समझ लो बस. ओके, कि कितने हो गए. स्थेयम चोरी अर्थ कराता है हमसे. द इंटरेस्ट इन द अर्थ पुरुषार्थ at the cost of dharma and moksha will prompt us to do chori. Second, himsa. It will make us do the crimes. Anrutam, it will make us speak all the lies. Dambhaha, it makes us become hypocrite. That's what all charitable trusts. Dambha, to evade the taxes. Really अंदर दिल नहीं है वो, बस बचना है. Then the most important thing with the wealth is kamaha. भयंकर. Some people earn the wealth for the sake of kamana. Some people have the wealth, therefore, because the wealth is there, they want to spend it. Again, the kamana. जिसके पास पैसे नहीं है ज़्यादा, उसको ज़्यादा कामना नहीं होता. होटल में जाके सस्ता क्या है बता दो, वो बोलेगा इडली इडली ले लो, बस दे दो, एक दाल रोटी खाओ, प्रभु के गुण गाओ. But the one who has got lot of money, कामना, गो टू 5 स्टार होटल, AC रूम, उसमें जा करके इतना ऑर्डर दे दो, फिर उसमें 10% खाओ, 90% फेंको. Nobody understands it. People think enjoyment is goal of life. For that, earn the wealth by all fair or foul means. They never understand that both these artha kama are destroying the dharma and moksha in me. Only after years and years of listening Shastra, in which the great stories of great dharmic purushas, that sensitivity starts happening in us. If that positive input is not given, when we are living in this world where maximum people are of artha and kami, not dharmic or mukshu, we think that is how the life has to be lived. है ना, सब कर रहे हैं, मैं क्यों नहीं करूं स्वामी, सब पैसे कमा रहे हैं, मैं भी कमा रहा हूं, सब मौजा कर रहे हैं, मैं भी करूंगा. Everybody says, oh, Swami, if you want to teach about dharma moksha at the cost of artha and kama, teach those who started, not me. अब उनको सिखाओ पहले, मेरे को नहीं. हर एक बंदा ऐसे बोल. That is called moha or brahma. Now, how to put in words, I am not able to make it, but I'm sure you are catching it. And what's our role? Personally, first of all, खुद को सुधारो. Don't give value to the wealth much. What this bhikshu is going to do the same thing. But more second important thing is teach the children. They should aim at only serving the world. Then whatever comes, duly take. Anything excess, use it for some useful projects of the world. That's what I tell every of the youngsters. जो मेडिसिन वगैरह पढ़ते हैं, सबसे पहली बात उनको कहता हूँ, पैसों के लिए डॉक्टर मत बनना. उनके दुख को दूर करने के लिए डॉक्टर बनो, पैसे अपने आप आते हैं. Don't be a doctor to earn money. Then you are more criminal than a terrorist. Because people know terrorist as terrorist. But people take God, doctor as a god. That doctor, instead of becoming a god, for the sake of money, if he is not taking care, then he is worse than terrorist. Therefore, oh my dear, be careful about this. But I have spent 1 crore to become doctor. You spent. Now you became doctor. What you require for a sustenance, it will come. Live in minimum. But use this prana rakshana vidya as well as the arti nirmulana vidya of vaidyam only in serving. And always remember there's somebody up above looking at. उनको देखकर अच्छाइयाँ करना, उनको देखकर बुराइयों से हमें विथड्रॉ करना है. वो देख रहा है सब कुछ. उनको देखो जो हमको हमेशा देख रहे हैं. Is it not? See him who is seeing us always. That's the courage you get when you have full faith in the Lord who is watching. And let us not be in this wrong notion that because I spent 1 crore, I became doctor. Because everybody who has got crores, he has not become doctor. Then he became doctor because sometime in earlier life you might have thought of serving people through this. And then God's grace made you doctor. There are two aspects. Becoming doctor, second is spending 1 crore. Spending 1 crore is the grosser outer system which is prevalent, which has nothing to do with your becoming doctor. You become doctor because you deserve, because your prayer, because of Lord grace. ये दोनों मिलते नहीं लेकिन हम मिलाते हैं. I have spent, therefore I became, therefore I have to earn back. No. It's very subtle demarcation between these two. Because such are the life-saving professions which have become so commercial. That nation where Vidya, Vaidyam, Bhojanam become commercial with all the prosperity, traditionally, culturally, nobly, spiritually, that country at the worst level of evolution. The doctor, actually, the government should make these three free. Vidya, Vaidya, Bhoshana. Any other thing, if anybody wants, they should charge thousands and thousands. चाकर लोग तब भोगी नहीं बनेंगे. I see that common thought. It was prevalent 10 years back. Now also I can say when the cell phones were discovered, 16 रुपए का एक कॉल होता था, 2 रुपए का इडली एक होता था. अब कॉल फ्री हो गया, इडली 20 रुपए हो गया या 30 रुपए. Without which you will be alive or you can't be alive. खाना. And this fellow, this cell phone, etc., nothing but destroying only. जो डिस्ट्रक्टिव है वो सस्ता बन रहा है, जो जीवन के चीज है वो महंगा बन रहा है. दिस इज रॉन्ग पॉलिसी. इट्स अ बिग थिंग. द थिंक टैंक हैज टू थिंक एंड चेंज पॉलिसी. वो लोग करे ना करे इस टोटल लेवल में बहुत मुश्किल है वो. यू एंड आई एट आवर लेवल आई हैव टू डू. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट कामः. The wealth will prompt me to become a kami. So many thoughts of indulgence, enjoyment will come when the lot of wealth is with me. Yesterday we said, we want to buy new places, new cars, new car, कपड़े वगैरह जरूरत ही नहीं उन सब का. Then next one is krodha, a person of wealth. When his desire is not fulfilled, he becomes angry. Oh, फिर smaya means a special feeling in himself of arrogance. मैं धनवान हूं वाला, यू नो, मैं धनवान, मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूं. That type of thing is Maya. The Smaya, for example, is in Valmiki Ramayana. Nowadays we are studying the story of Ravana. His earning wealth is what? He did tapasya Brahmadeva. From him, he has earned the wealth artha of the special boons. That is the money he earned. What is that? Nobody should kill me. That made him so smaya that he says, कौन है शिव जो आराम से ये कैलाश में घूम रहा है? I will pull him down along with Kailash. See the arrogance. Then yesterday, when that Vedavati said, as per my father's wish and my wish also, I want to have Vishnu as my husband, so I am doing tapasya. He says, Ravana, कौन है विष्णु? कौन है यमराज? This is the inner feeling expressed outside. That is called becoming blindfolded with extreme inner arrogance, technically called smayaha. Same thing when it is imposed on others, that is called as the next one, madaha. पैसे मेरे पास है उसके कारण मैं अंदर ही गर्वित हूं, दैट्स कॉल्ड स्मया. और उस पैसे से मैं कुछ भी करके दिखाता हूं, इसको मद कहते हैं. दैट पीपल ऑफ मदर टॉक, फेंक दूंगा पैसे, क्यों नहीं होगा काम, देखता हूं. दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ द नेगेटिविटी. सच मेनी आर द नेगेटिविटीज द वेल्थ विल प्रॉम्प्ट अस टू डू. उसके बाद क्या हुआ? भेदाहा, द डिफरेंशिएटर. इज इट नॉट? मनी है बस. बस वो बड़े बड़े लोगों से मिलेंगे, छोटे लोग जो पैसे नहीं है उनके साथ हमारा दोस्ती नहीं होगा. इज इट नॉट? ऑल हाफ ऑफ द मूवीज ऑफ 80s है ना, 78 80 से 95 तक वही है ना. द लॉट ऑफ वेल्थ, द गर्ल इज पुट इन ए हाई कॉन्वेंट कॉलेज और स्कूल, देन शी इज इन लव विथ सम फेलो हु इज नो मनी, देन हाउ कैन यू लव हिम और हाउ कैन लव हर? लड़ाइया झगड़ा पूरा वही दिखाते हैं, भेद. The amount of differentiation created, है ना, भेद. This is a big thing. The moneyed countries at the total level are so arrogant that they look down upon other nations and they try to suppress them. Humanity is gone. See why the America is so arrogant for the world? Because of this wealth only. भेद. छोटे छोटे देशों को बढ़ने नहीं देते. Very cunning nations there are. Naturally, because of your resources, human resources, integration, effort, if you are growing, it is a healthy growth. And in that growth, you expand so much that you help others also. Indian outlook is always like that. Other than जो बड़ा हो रहा है उसको दबा दो. China should not grow. Why? They are working hard. Let the time for their supremacy also come. नहीं, कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे. Russia should not grow. This is all done by these nations. The policy themselves, the very gross, materialistic. Whoever are the little matured philosophers are there in America, all of them know how wretched is that government's policies internationally. They themselves say, हमारा देश ऐसा है कि सबको दबाना चाहते हैं. India should not grow, therefore support Pakistan. What nonsense. भेद की बात कह रहा हूं मैं. Lot of things, you understand, Vairam, then the enmity. Artha. For a rich person, everybody is enemy. Even a charitable, noble person. Even a Mahatma comes to his house, he thinks Mahatma आ रहे पैसे ले जाने के लिए. आजकल महात्मा लोग भी ऐसे हैं. Those are rich people, they catch hold of them so that their projects run. ये सब नाटक. तपोन महाराज जब जानते हैं, इसलिए he kept away from all this drama. Gurudev was so careful. To run the organization needed money, therefore he managed to bless, guide those who contributed for the organization economically. Others, though could not afford money, to them also he gave equal love and equal guidance. That's how he could escape that bad name कि ये महात्मा सिर्फ पैसे वालों को ही बुलाते हैं या उन्हीं के साथ रहते हैं. And somebody want to serve in a big way and they need lot of money, they have to hold on to rich. ये सब क्या ना ड्रामा wealth के साथ चलता रहता है. Then some of the things, what wealth Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had, what wealth Ramana Maharshi had, what wealth Tapo Maharaj had. They have the Tapodhana. They have the Jnana Dhana. They need not depend on the grass or wealth. Okay, तो their tapas है so much that itself attracted people, that itself blessed the people. ये higher है. So the topic becomes lengthy and different. I'll not take you in that direction. Next one, what वैरम समझ गए? Then सबसे बुरी चीज अगर जिंदगी में कुछ है तो वो ये है अविश्वासः. All the faith and trust and love and goodwill and togetherness, oneness, synergy, all that goes away. पैसे वाले किसी को अभी विश्वास नहीं करे. अपने पुत्रादपि धनभाजाम भीति. That's what Shankara Bhagavan said. For a wealthy fellow, he is fear from his own children. Avishwasah, samspardha. Finally, samyak spardha. Too much of competition, fighting, spardha. No, you know this more than me. How each of the rich companies or individuals make all manipulations to defeat others. हैं? किसने किस कंपनी को खरीदा, किसने क्या बेचा, हर दिन आप देख ही रहे हो. And the last one is vyasanani. All the bad habits come to a person with lot of wealth. This is where I gave example of all the unprotected children of the rich people. They are busy in earning the wealth, in earning name and fame, in attending all the programs where they are invited as guests. They become so busy in that they don't take care of children, give time. Children also that time पैसे दे दो बाबा, दे दिया, आप व्यसन हो गया. This is such a huge topic, for hours together it can be discussed. But the essence is told. Ete panchadasha anarthaha arthamulaha. Anarthamulaha. Arthamula matanunam. These are the 15 bad things which have wealth as the cause for them. Arthamulaha anarthaha ete panchadasha. Therefore, Shreyorthi, the one who wants to escape all this drama and reach to the Shreyo Marga Paramatma, Arthakyam anartham, anartham arthakyam duratah tyajet. This wealth named anartha should be very far away kept to. This the bhikshu has understood it. That Brahmana who is slowly with this thinking, understanding, right conviction, transforming himself towards a bhikshu. क्लियर हो गया. और थोड़ा सा 5-6 श्लोक है, बहुत गंभीर है, बहुत मीठा है. थोड़ा सा देखते हैं हम कि भिद्यन्ते भ्रातरः दाराः पितरः सुहृदः तथा एका स्निग्धाः काकिनीनाः सद्यः सर्वे अरय कृताः. So all these relatives who at the time of not having wealth so close to each other, that so close, well knit love, kindness, compassion is called eka snigdha. एका मतलब एकजुट होकर रहना, स्निग्धा मीन्स प्रेम से रहना. ये सारे लोग जो एका स्निग्ध है थे, if they value the money instead of ekata and snigdhata, even if that valued money is 25 paise, kakini is the name used here. Even if 25 paise bhi hai, all that ekata becomes anekata, all the snigdhata becomes the hatred. Means all the people who are well lit and related with such a love and oneness, when the money is not valued, same all of them will become bitter enemies when the earth or money is valued, even if that money is 25 paise. Kakinina. So Eka Snigdha, well lit, wonderful people of mutual love, just because of Kakini. Kakini means 4 आना. पहले 12 आने होते हैं ना, आना है 6 पैसे. 16 आना is 1 रुपया 96. एक चौवन्नी के कारण भी अपने एकता को स्निग्धता को खोते. They lose all. Who are they? Bharataraha. Brothers. Vidyante means Bhed. And you may miserably, painfully smile at it कि the other day Vyasa 30 रुपए के लिए अपने दोस्त को कत्ल कर दिया. 30 रुपए, 100 रुपए के लिए, एक 3 बीघा जमीन या 3 गज जमीन के लिए. आप देख रहे हो ना, विद्यंते मीन्स भिड़ेंगे, भेद हो जाएगा उनके बीच में. एक जो थे भेद हो जाते हैं. स्निग्धता जो है शत्रुता. तो ऑल दीज एका स्निग्धा लोग will become Bhedayukta and will destroy each other. Who are they? Bhrataraha, brothers. Is it not? The Duryodhana and Pandava are so many. Daraha. देखो तब की बात ये जो ब्राह्मण ने कहा आज भी हो गया पैसे के कारण. How many of the husbands have? Even yesterday, some women died committing suicide because this fellow was asking for more and more dowry. एक ही ये बात, दूसरी बात वो भी है, that women also money mongering. When she is not getting money from the husband, then she will also leave him or don't serve him. Dara means even wife and husband get separated. Vidyante is common. So Bharatara Vidyante, the brothers also get divided. Dara Vidyante, wife and husband get different, separated. Pitaraha, children and parents get separated. Suhrudaha, such a wonderful friends and good willing people, they also get separated. Who are Ekagnya? Ekasnigdha. For what sake? Kaknina. And how much time it takes for the Veda? Sadhyaha. Instantaneous. And in a moment's time, sarve arayaha kruta. Ari means enemy. शत्रु बन जाते हैं. कौड़ी के लिए, फूटी कौड़ी के लिए शत्रु. Here wealth means all those that can be procured by wealth. You can include all the जमीन जायद, बंगला, गाड़ी, कपड़े, सब कुछ अर्थ में आ जाते. देखो थोड़ा पैसा पिताजी ने बड़े भाई को दिया ज्यादा, छोटा को गुस्सा पिताजी पे भी भाई पे जिंदगी भर. No, I can't give you examples because of so big a topic it is. In today's world, you see that. अच्छे अच्छे रिश्ते नाते पैसे को वैल्यू देने के कारण बिगड़ रहे हैं सारे. All he said. Friendships are lost. Brotherhoods are lost. Wife and husband relation is lost. Parents children is lost. यही तो जीवन को मजा देने वाला है ना. अब वो चले गए, अब सजा हो गया. The worst of it is what, no? Even if these beautiful, glorious things of life are gone, yet the human being says, जाने दो उनको, मरे दो, मुझे पैसे है भाई, मैं इससे खुश हो जाऊं. That's called Rakshas. Rakshasa is who has lost the ability to think and fixed his mind about something which is wrong. And nobody can change him. अर्थ के लिए राक्षस बनते, काम. Ravana is for both. You want wealth of the entire world for him, and enjoyments, everything should be for him. And he died for both of them, yet he didn't change. Is it not? So to this Vali and examples. Are you feeling how clearly the Bhikshu is teaching us through this Gana? Ki when the wealth is unduly valued, individually, family wise, domestically, relationally, state में, nation में, कैसे वो एकता को तोड़कर भेद ले आता है, मित्रता को तोड़कर शत्रुता ले आता है, प्रेम को तोड़कर द्वेष ले आता है. Oh, wife and husband both earning. She will not spend on him, he will not spend. They have all separate accounts. Both of them. Then one day that wealth becomes cause. Slowly it becomes inside the jealousy. Many times, in many cases, wife earns more because she studies more nowadays. And this fellow starts feeling jealous inside. Then some gaflat, then they and she also feels, I have a lot of money, I don't need his dependency. Chalo, chalo, alag ho jata. Mhm. The 21 sloka is so painful. The Brahmana says, Arthena alpiyasa. For the sake of or by this wretched, meaningless wealth. अल्पीयसा अर्थ के द्वारा अर्थ एते these people samrabdaha deeptamanyava. Samrabdha means become disturbed inside. Deeptamanyava means the fire of anger is created in them towards everybody. अल्पीयसा अर्थ में समृद्ध होकर दीप्तमन्य होकर what they do, tyajanti ashu, they give up each other, sprudaha, they create spardha to the extent that ghranti sahasa utsruja sauhridam, all this suhridata which was there in the heart, love, concern, अपनापन सब छोड़कर एक क्षण में ही दूसरे को एनिमी मानकर मारने को भी तैयार होता. That's what I said. See in Punjab why that fighting happened. जालंधर में कर्फ्यू चल रहा है कल परसों. Because of property, one religion, Sikh, all of them. आश्रम देखो, the 2-3 आश्रम्स in Andhra and all. इनसे लोग लड़ रहे हो. काहे को? पैसे का सन्यासी बनकर आओ. कैन यू फाइट यार? बड़े बड़े लोग, माई पोजिशन, माई पीठाधिपत्य, महामाया है ये वेल्थ. Such a beautiful related people are made to become enemies. All the love is lost. They create a spardha, competition, enmity, granti. They even try to destroy others. They do it so. Babre. This 21 shloka, I have explained very short, but that is sufficient. 22 is the lesson. Therefore, labdva janma, having gained this human life, what is its glory? Amara prarthyam. Even devatas want to get the human life because here only we can do sadhana and reach God. Manushyam, और उसमें भी तद द्विज अग्रताम, getting the human life which is prayed for even by devata, उसमें भी ब्राह्मण बन के रहना. तद अनादृत्य, having done the anadarana, humiliation, insult of that brahmana human life, yes, artham granti, the one who destroys his own welfare by not using that for the moksha, at least for dharma, yanti ashubham gatim, he will only have reached to his ashubha gati only, like his own case. Mind is disturbed, regrets, guilt, nothing to eat, nobody to help him. Time is wasted. Now I become old. I can't do any purushartha now. I'm going to die. मनुष्य जन्म पाकर ब्राह्मण बनकर परमात्मा को पाने के बजाय पैसे के पीछे जाओ तो सिर्फ अशुभ को ही पाओगे. That's the essence. So who will digest these subtle things nowadays? Then he says, Ye Swarga Pavarga ka dwar hai Manushya Janma ityadi, a beautiful guidance he gives. Then he says, I take the example of Khatwanga Rajarshi. He helped the Devatas. Devatas said, कि तुमने इतना help किया राक्षस ने बचाया, क्या चाहिए आप बताओ. He said, before I ask what I want, first tell me one thing. How long I am going to live? They looked at it and so sad. They said, यार तुम 2 घड़ी बचोगे अब अभी. 2 घड़ी means 48, 96 मिनट. 1 घड़ी is 48 minutes. This much only your lifespan is said, we can't, enough for me that he became Tyagi Vairagi. They say, there's another example of a king, I don't remember who is he. He was mounting his horse. वो एक पाँव लगा ही दिया. दूसरे पाँव लगाने से पहले उसको बताया कि तुम्हारा लाइफ का जीवन बहुत कम है. उतने में वो उतर गया, उस घोड़े से बैठ गया, भगवान को ध्यान की कि वो मृत्यु आने से पहले ही गॉड द लॉर्ड. If one is very intense in his pursuit, that 2 घड़ी of Khatwanga or kuch muhurt of that person whose name I don't remember, or the 7 days of Parikshit are enough for moksha. Whatever is time left, I'll use it only for moksha. That is how the bhikshu realized the anartha with the artha and the anartha with the kama and the limitations of dharma. Therefore, he kept all aside, went for moksha. And how we gained moksha? What is a mukti? It's a huge chapter of those 19, 17 slokas from 43 to 60. Don't miss them. 58 तक बहुत बढ़िया पढ़ेंगे हम धीरे धीरे. सो इनमें से आज और कल के लेक्चर में जो थोड़ा वी हैव अंडरस्टूड ना एसेंस, ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट दैट. द बेस्ट ऑफ थिंग इज व्हाट? If you have sufficient wealth, don't waste time in earning in your end your wealth. Use the time for earning the inner spiritual wealth. Second is, if you truly have excess money, use it for all these Runa Vimukti from all these 5 helpers. Devatas, Pitru, Rishi, and Manushya and Bhuta. Even after that also, whatever you have, even less, share with them and become a tapasvi jnani. Learn from Shivi Chakravarti, Bali Chakravarti, Raja Ranti Deva, Karna. Let us learn. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah. Bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai, Bhagavat Mahapurana ki jai, Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Thanks, friends. Let us study our Valmiki Ramayana little. Om. These things which we